Dermot, 2 wins in a row. Be great to make that 3 on Boxing Day. But Orient, I think, probably in a false position, aren't they? Bearing in mind the quality of their squad.
Well, the table doesn't lie, but yeah, Matt and I went to watch them and they've got some quality players. And I think Andy Edwards will have them organised. And they've had some difficult results, but you know, any game, I feel, Bruce, any team can switch on a performance. I think we've got to be wary of them.
But we're going to it on the back of a couple of really good performances, and I guess the away performance at Crewe sort of set a template, I guess, for the rest of the season, because that was really a really good on-the-road display, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've mentioned 4-5-1 and we showed outside. That's a tactical element for the wide men to keep their players wide, and I did a bit more structure, and I think the players responded to that in terms of their feedback. I had a few comments over there. And so sometimes for me it's more to look at the tactical side. I like to attack, that's evident, and I think we've eradicated our defensive areas now. We're stronger in the middle of the defence, so Jimmy and Josh have given us some stability midfield, and that in effect has allowed Clifford and Collins to play and the wide men to play. So much of what I knew was coming, it just sometimes I think I might have to explain it sometimes in a way to the players.
Orient's a bit of a trip down memory lane for you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. My brother Sean was an apprentice. I used to watch them, Laurie Cunningham, Mickey Bullock, Ricky Hebber, like John Jackson in goal, and we used to play around the corner for a club called Beaumont that were linked by a guy called Maurice Newman. So we used to go in the back of a Bedford Transit all over the place, 10, 15 kids, health and safety would know that now. But I used to watch them every game. My brother would get me tickets and then we go home, so I got brought up on Orient as a young lad from Hackney. So to go to Brisbane Road is quite nostalgic.
And Sean's going to be there on Boxing Day?
Yeah, he's actually said he's coming, yeah. That'd be nice.
And obviously Christmas, 3 games I think in a week, with a long trip down to Plymouth in between. It's important, I guess, to have everyone available and the squad to choose from, isn't it? Because that's you might have to rotate a little bit.
I think you're right, Bruce. Yeah, we've got a game on the pitch now at 12 o'clock today where all the players will get a good blow. I can look at everybody and I will have to rotate. No one will do those 3 games all the time, and I've got to be careful of that, and if we pick up an injury. But Plymouth is 3 o'clock, so hopefully we get back, everyone can celebrate the win and celebrate the new year. And then obviously Yeovil, well, I don't think we need a team talk for Yeovil, do we? So we've got 3 really important games and we need to pick up points from all those games.
And one player who's stepping up things now is, of course, Dean Cox, who's available for that Yeovil game, ex-Orient player as well, so I'm sure he'll be up there on Boxing Day. But I mean, looking at it in isolation, if you'd signed a player, obviously we signed him in September, but if you'd signed a player like that on January the 1st at the start of the transfer window, that would be a real statement, wouldn't it? What a player to bring into the squad at that stage of the season.
Yeah, I watched these 50 goals for Orient on YouTube last night. I'm flicking through the stuff, the games as I do, and there's some outstanding goals. He's been an outstanding player, and I can understand why the Orient fans adore him. And I think he's on the coach with us, and he'll be on the pitch, because I think he didn't say goodbye to them as he wanted to. And for us to bring a player that quality in, not only on the pitch but his experience, he's very a humble player, but he makes the right positive comments. You can see he's been in the game long enough, and I think that he will only add to I think we've got great attacking players. He's just going to make it better.
Now, in terms of Christmas preparations for players, in the old days everyone used to train on Christmas Day. You're not quite as... I think you're looking at it slightly the other way, aren't you?
Well, I'm massive on mental preparation, massively. We've got a strength conditioner in Mark Lindsay to look after the boys, but the boys went to Dublin for a couple of days, joined by Matt on the Sunday.
Chaperone?
Chaperone, or eyes and ears, but they had a good time to bond together. We had our staff do, from what I remember, and now we'll pick it up. We had a Matt Gimmer light session, just a fun session, on Tuesday, off Wednesday. Now today we have a good blow and we prepare the next 2 days. But I've got people travelling around, like James Collins is up north and Josh is in Wales, and I just think that we would normally do about 35 minutes prep.
The day before
the day before, yeah. So unlike this one day, everyone will do it the day before and prepare, and hopefully it will pay off for us. It's one of those things I'm thinking, well, what do I get out of coming in, or what do I get out by everyone being with their families? Everyone can monitor themselves, they're human beings, and you've got to say, be professional. They might have a beer, but don't be silly. And I want the mentality when they go on the pitch is the biggest thing. Physically, we won't be down trained. We'll be fine mentally. So look, it's a one-off for me where I if it works, it works. If it's not, I'm sure the press will find out.
And for the fans, Christmas message from the manager.
Oh, absolutely. I wish everyone a happy Christmas, peaceful, healthy and prosperous. All with your families. I think it's very important. We've all got families, and life is tough, and share it with your loved ones. But have a great Christmas.